You may have heard of open education, but have you heard of open recognition? This presentation is an invitation to discover what happens when we shift our focus from credentials to recognition, the process that leads to the delivery of credentials. Most of our learning happens in the wild, outside the classroom. It's informal and usually unstructured. Trouble is, only a small part of all learning is visible, or was until 2011. Introduced in 2011, open badges were designed to make informal learning visible. They quickly revealed a broader potential, the ability to make all learning visible. We then realized that if open badges could make learning visible, they were in fact making the recognition of that learning visible. This led to the design of this figure, which represents the space of recognition. This space is divided into 4 quadrants. Compliance, where the focus is on control, validation, and standardization. Inclusion, where the focus is acknowledging contribution within communities. Autonomy, where the focus is on designing recognition that respects agency and diversity. Finally, emancipation, where the focus is on transforming relationships, systems, identities through open, participatory recognition. Analysis of recognition practices using open badges revealed that their center of gravity remained anchored in the compliance quadrant. This highlighted a significant untapped potential for innovation. More recently was developed another representation of the recognition space, structured around 2 intersecting axes: context of recognition, micro, meso, macro, and modalities of recognition practices, informal, semi-formal, and formal. This new representation brought to light a central element within the recognition space, the meso-semi-formal zone, the domain of organizations and communities where much recognition takes place, yet remains largely unacknowledged and unsupported by existing systems. It is in this zone that recognition plays a critical role, starting with employee well-being, development, and retention. This space matters as it is a space where people grow with others, where organizations build their culture. Yet it tends to be a no man's land for policies and infrastructure, especially for small and medium enterprises. In this example, the meso-semi-formal space plays a pivotal role in linking informal and formal recognition. A recognition may originate between individuals, then be acknowledged by an organization, endorsed by a professional body, and eventually validated by a qualification authority. It is important to understand that recognition is not about certificates and diploma. Recognition is primarily a practice. Certificates and diploma are byproducts of recognition practices. Recognition is about creating commons, growing recognition capital, embracing the diversity of knowledges and lived experiences, open policies, acknowledging that learning to recognize is just as important as learning to learn, open distributed infrastructures, open recognition practices. Open recognition is first and foremost about creating the condition for the empowerment of individuals and communities. Thank you for taking the time to listen to this brief introduction to open recognition. To learn more about ENCORE project, simply scan the QR code at the top of the presentation. And if you want to show your commitment to responsible technology, claim your ethical AI supporter badge and become part of the movement for ethical AI. Thank you for your attention.